Hey everybody, it's Chad from Colorado Giants. Welcome to the 2024 grow season. It's time to catch you up on what I've been doing, so stay tuned. Well, hopefully your winter has been going as well as mine has. I've been busy doing things with the family, fighting giant combat robots. We had a fight last week, which went pretty good. I'll insert a clip right here. So that was a lot of fun, but now it's time to shift gears and get into pumpkin, summer, greenhouse, be outside sort of mode. So I'm going to catch you up on everything that I've kind of been doing. If you haven't done so, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I think we're at 2,100 subscribers, which is awesome. Can we get to 3,000 by the end of the grow season? Who knows? We'll find out. But if you subscribe, then you'll help us achieve that goal. Why? Because. Why not? Who knows? Like the video and comment if you have questions down below. So, what have I been doing recently? Well, I've been getting the greenhouse ready. I wanted to make some infrastructure improvements, and I've been working on that. I think you can see, yeah, back there, I've installed a few new fans to replace the ones that were dead. Past that, I've had to kind of fix the plastic, really. There was a few places over here off camera where my blower motor is that inflates the 2 layers of plastic. I had to do some significant patching over there, and just kind of around the greenhouse as a whole, I had to do some repairs. I'm in Gorilla Tape mode now. Greenhouse repair plastic works okay, but Gorilla Tape is what you use when you're not asking nice anymore and you're saying you're going to stick or else. Past that, the only thing I really had to fix was the water trough back there for my wet wall. The nice brackets that I installed last year were, I didn't put an in-stop on them, so the trough started to slide off. Especially wind typically comes from this direction and the whole greenhouse shakes a little bit, so it started to scoot off. I put some hard stops on that. I got everything recentered, and that should be good to go. I think I'll still have a small leak over there, but you know, I've kind of accepted it at this point. So the greenhouse itself is ready. Let's talk about the soil. Last week, I sent in a soil sample to Western Labs. If you haven't done so and you want to get serious about growing a giant pumpkin, I recommend you do that. Just Google Western Labs and you will see where you need to send off your soil sample. I'll show you mine right here. Boop. And as you can see, my soil looks pretty okay. You'll see that some things are adequate, some things are high, some things are low, but you kind of need to look, you know, what is that saying? Look at the forest through the trees and see that my soil in large part is balanced. There's a few tweaks, a few amendments, a few things that need to be brought in line, and that's what I'm working on. My buddy Don Barron took that and he fed all of that information into a soil calculator, and he recommended some things to me, and that's what I threw down. So I had to add a little manganese, some nitrogen source. I also threw down some mustard meal. So in the patch right now is some biofumigation going in an attempt to naturally take the pathogen numbers in my soil down so that my plants stay healthy. That's working right now and will continue to do so until that mustard is kind of totally gone, and hopefully it works out. So now that the soil is all tilled up and ready to rock and roll, it's time for me to prepare my planting sites for the pumpkins. I think you could probably see I have 1, 2, and I'm growing a third one. Yep, you can see right there. So I'm growing 3 plants this year. I might grow a giant squash. And Charlotte, the kids just got home. So that's, if you hear kids, that's why, they're mine. So what I'm working on right now is getting my planting sites ready. I went through great pains to not I went through great pains not to walk on my soil, but then I dug some giant holes in there. And what I'm doing is I'm adding heat cables this year. So I zip tie this to some plastic fencing, and then I throw it in the hole, which hopefully, I think you can kind of see that, yeah. And stay out of the dirt, please. What that does is just warms up my soil. If you have warm soil, your plant will be able to, just grow faster. Get to a point where it wants to grow rapidly faster. So that's what that is doing, is just warming up the soil. That's it. While I had that out, I added some things that I'm going to amend back into the hole. Each pumpkin is going to get 90 pounds of worm castings. I added some azomite, some feather meal, some bone meal, some langoninite, whatever that's called. So I'm going to mix that up as I backfill it into, as I fill in that hole. I have a pot in the hole, which I think you could probably see, and I'm going to keep that pot in there, so that's my placeholder for when it's time for me to put the young pumpkin plants back in the hole. So once my planting sites are done, hopefully today, though progress will be significantly slower with the kids home, what I need to do is get ready to lay down my drip tape. I need to lay down my drip tape because I'm going to sterilize my soil with oxytol. And so I need to get my drip tape down before I do, or while I'm doing the drip tape, I'm going to water heavily. One of the secrets when you use that peroxide type of product is having saturated soil. If you have saturated soil, you'll get penetration of the product. So we kill the disease from the top all the way to the bottom. So that is the goal. We're using the mustard, we're using the oxidate to try and kill as many pathogens in my soil as possible so that we have healthy plants. The goal, the name of the game this year is healthy plants. Step 2 in healthy plants is to use a weed fabric. I'm going to grow on weed fabric this year. I've never done that before. Some people like it, some people don't. I want to give it a try. So I have weed fabric that I'm going to set out across the entire greenhouse. Hopefully I'll get that done. Today is Wednesday. I took Thursday and Friday off. So the goal for myself by the time the weekend is over is to get basically all that done. I need to put down the drip tape. I need to saturate the soil. I'm going to shock the soil, put down my weed fabric, and then at that point I'm going to start inoculating the soil with every good biological that I have. It's easy to kill the biologicals, but it's also easy to add them back in as well, because there's dozens of companies that is their whole MO, is manufacturing beneficial bacteria, good biology for your soil. So we're going to kill everything and then just replace it with only what we want in the soil, in theory. So that kind of catches you guys up on where I'm at. Perhaps we talk about the seeds. This year I'm going to be growing, I know two of my three. I'm going to grow the 1783 new. Several people grew amazing 1783s last year. They were big, they were orange, they were heavy. Brian and Ben, and careful guys, swinging the shovel around. Lots of good 1783s were grown. I'm also going to grow a 2006 Wolf, which is a nice, throw it over there, which is a bright orange pumpkin. They're also heavy. They're also, just from genetics that are world record champions. So the third one, maybe I'll surprise you. When I get that kind of here. I don't have that in my hand yet, so I don't want to. Get off the dirt, Charlotte Marie. So yeah, sorry, the kids are distracting me. So we're going to cut it right there. But thanks for tuning in. I'm back. Hopefully you had a great winter. I sure did, but looking forward to spending some more time out here and maybe growing a 2,000-pound pumpkin. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck. If you have questions, ask them below. And make sure you watch those interviews. We'll talk to you soon. Time to get to work.